Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers as they match up with former MVP Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte. Standing by, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis on hand. And, Charles, we've got two teams here certainly with something to prove after a disappointing 2017.
Let's be honest about it. Their playoff aspirations, they went splat, didn't they? They've got to prove now to themselves and to their fans, are they one of those teams that's ready to move back up, or are they one of those teams that really has to rebuild?
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers set to go. They, of course, have number 1 as their starting quarterback, Cam Newton. And he is number 1 in franchise history in just about every passing category. MVP back in 2015 as well, and trying to get the Panthers back into the playoffs after a 7-9 finish a year ago.
Here we go. We're going to set, ready? Now get it.
Now Newton on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
And what a workhorse is Christian McCaffrey, the running back for the Carolina Panthers, who led his team in rushing and receiving yardage in 2018 and was also the team's leading scorer. How about this? Set an NFL record for catches for a running back with 107. So for an encore, he just wants to get his team back to the playoffs in 2019.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Not today. Kill.
Out of the gun, Newton. He may try and run for this. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
Watch the pass.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Ready? Look, 80. 55.
Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Newton now to throw. He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now Roethlisberger on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Let's go. Black 20.
Black 5-4. I'm coming.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Right back to Connor here on first. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense here set to take center stage, and Cam Newton, the question is, will he be ready to come back from the injury last year? How healthy is he? And he's also now playing his first season in his 30s as a 30-year-old quarterback this year.
Will we say he's the doddering quarterback of the Carolina Panthers? I don't think we're ready for that yet. But you're right. That is the question. His shoulder, will it be healthy? Well, early in camp, he threw a deep ball. Go route to a receiver. Place went nuts because now everyone felt good. Oh, his shoulder's going to be okay. Because remember, they were 6-2 before he got hurt last year, ended up missing the playoffs. And one additional bonus for them, They picked up Gerald McCoy, who was let go by Tampa Bay, their Pro Bowl defensive tackle, and he's playing like a man with something to prove. And he also gets 2 shots at Tampa Bay because they're in the same division.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the boot.
Newton. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Stop your whining.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
26 Mike. Watch the run. They're running it.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Play action. It's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. And avoids the contact by sliding. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
That's it. 180.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
On for the field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Football going over to the Pittsburgh Steelers here, and you think about 2019 coming up. The Killer Bees, it's now just down to the Killer Bees, singular, because you got Le'Veon Bell, he's in New York, Antonio Brown in Oakland, and Ben Roethlisberger, he's the one that's left, Charles.
I keep hearing from my scouts around the league that Ben Roethlisberger's having a heck of a camp. It's a lot quieter in Pittsburgh, as you might imagine, right? A lot of the hubbub has died down, but he's playing well. And we saw last year James Conner filled in quite capably, went to the Pro Bowl in Le'Veon Bell's stead. And Juju Smith-Schuster, he was the number 2 receiver for Pittsburgh last year. Now he has to become the number 1 with Antonio Brown in Oakland. We'll see how he handles that, but the talent is there. And I love Jalen Samuels, a hybrid-type player out of the backfield in the slot. Dante Moncrief and James Washington have to make the biggest jumps out on the perimeter in order for Pittsburgh to still operate as they have on offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Going deep for Moncrief, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 4th down, here comes a Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space, because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Newton. Into the Tight end Olsen, right side. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But the teams are ready to go at half number 2. So to bring it your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Ben going to give this one to counter. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Back to throw, Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw on 3rd down. Newton, he may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive will start with Connor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll buy some time right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton and Olsen over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me.
Now Cam, option left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, when this play was called, I don't believe the offense saw it going quite the way that it did. Read option to the left, and the defense was more than prepared and blew it up in a big way on that play.
Ready? 180.
55. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready?
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down, brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 65 yards.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 18-yard line.
All right, now. Wide 80.
Right there. 54 miles. Squeeze, double up.
Wide side.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. He'll try and run for it with Connor. But he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this 1st down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes them.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Boswell's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So now Newton and the Panthers down 6-3. A minute 24 to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 88, 55. You ain't going nowhere. 49, check 49, check.
Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. From the 50, Newton. Rolling to his right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First throw in overtime for Newton. They'll roll him out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 63-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And now look at him go. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.